Welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Thanks so much for being with us. Let's get into more of these top headlines here because we want to go over now a scathing report put out detailing what went wrong there at the Bureau of Prisons at the Manhattan Correctional Center, leading to the suicide of disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein in his holding cell. Fox News correspondent Rich Edson has more on this from Washington.
A scathing report from the Justice Department's watchdog. The Inspector General concluded Jeffrey Epstein could commit suicide because of, quote, numerous and serious failures by the Bureau of Prisons. Investigators say after Epstein's death, they discovered piles of blankets, linens, and clothes in his cell. Some had been ripped to tie nooses. The report also says the prison was short-staffed, guards failed to check in on Epstein, and officials left him without a cellmate.
The combination of negligence, misconduct, and outright job performance failures documented in today's report all contributed to an environment in which arguably one of the most notorious inmates in the BOP's custody was left unmonitored and alone in his cell with an excess of prison linens, thereby providing him with the opportunity to take his own life.
Epstein, a wealthy and well-connected financier, had been charged with sexually abusing dozens of teenage girls, leading to questions of whether he was murdered. The years-long investigation probing Epstein's 2019 death agreed with the FBI that it was a suicide, not murder, that killed Epstein.
In my opinion, the whole thing is completely misguided, and there's no real will to find out what happened, because any way you slice it, this is a black mark on our justice system, the Bureau of Prisons and the Department of Justice and the FBI.
Prosecutors accused two guards of sleeping and surfing the internet the night Epstein died and charged them with falsifying records. They reached a plea agreement. The Bureau of Prisons says it has already changed procedures and now requires more training for staff. In Washington, Rich Edson, Fox News.
Well done, Rich Edson, thanks so much there for that. Right now, let's get more, though, into this report. It was 128 pages filed by the Bureau of Prisons and also the Inspector General at the Department of Justice, Michael Horowitz, because this is what we know more. He was left alone in his jail cell, according to the report, with a surplus of bed linens the night he killed himself. Also, nearly all the surveillance cameras on his unit did not record. Also, one worker was on duty for 24 hours straight, and despite his high profile and very high profile suicide attempt 2 weeks earlier, he wasn't checked on as regularly as required. So that is all according to the Justice Department's watchdog today, saying, quote, a combination of negligence, misconduct, and outright job performance failures by the Federal Bureau of Prisons and workers at the New York City jail enabled Epstein to take his own life back in August of 2019. So, like I said, this was from DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz, blaming numerous factors for his death, including the jail's failure to assign him a cellmate and overworked guards who lied on logs after failing to make regular checks. Had the guards done so, Horowitz said they would have found Epstein had excess linens, which he used in his suicide. So this was the last of several official inquiries into Epstein's death. It also echoed previous findings that some members of the jail staff involved in guarding Epstein were overworked. Horowitz identified 13 employees with performance failures and recommended possible criminal charges against 4 workers. Only the 2 workers assigned to guard Epstein the night he died were charged. But you'll remember that they avoided jail time in a plea deal after admitting to falsifying their logs. So just wanted to get this in there as well. But you can see an outline, a list, a litany of so many failures there at the Manhattan Correctional Center and employees there that led to Jeffrey Epstein's suicide back in August of 2019.